pointing out that that even if we had, oh no, I'm not going to. So also I just mentioned the budget deficits, because I think that this is a really, as a member of the Massachusetts Teachers Association, certainly, it's my heart for the funding for education, and then I am a public sector employee. But one of the things that has really showcased, the ability of and the way that the general trend that's happening is that, now just to even get funding for budgets, you have to employ certain measures in order to get money. States are strapped enough as it is, but now they're using these races. They've used these races to the top ones in order to have a carrot on a stick, and that you can, if you do what we say on a federal level, that then you get this money, and then okay, you can not lay off all the teachers. You'll still have to lay off some, because we'll have to do that still, but you won't feel the direct pain. But there's no guarantee, and it's a chance to privatize, to charterize, and to say the funding isn't there, etc. But that also, I mean, it's just another mechanism for chipping away at our living standards, etc. I'm trying to move a little bit here, but even just to put it into perspective as well, that even if the nicest, the best person that we could possibly get in office, that this one person could not save us all. That Obama came in with hope and change, and that lots of working folks really did have those hopes and change, and it's still, I think, present for a lot of people. But even if that, even if he was capable of doing that, the structural problems that exist within capitalism. It won't be just one person that can change that. That it has to be much more of a broad base of folks that actually take control over their lives, that are fighting to get the benefits that they need, because these corporations will not hand it out. And I won't go too far in, but to talk about independent politics, but there is a really strong need to talk about what are the differences between. Can I get like 3 more minutes? That's okay with that. But I'm just gonna say a couple more things about the perspective of the future, and just to wrap it up. But what is clear about this crisis is that we cannot go back to the time of the post-war boom. That time is over, and it is kind of a stark reality. But I think it's one that most working people do have to really face. That it's not, we can't go back to the way that things once were. And the reason why the U.S. came out of the Great Depression was for very concrete reasons. And I don't have a ton of time to go into that point, but there were unique historical circumstances that were going on at that point. That this is the destruction of Europe, and that based on all that, all the needs that needed to be met for the people of Europe, and to be able to provide for that, production happened here. And so it was able to really drive the economy in the U.S. I think capitalism does have the potential to regain its footing here, but it won't be without seeing more of the cutting of people's living standards, and possibly things like pensions, Social Security, etc., and public services in general will be hit before that comes. But to wrap it up, I really don't want to be all doom and gloom about all this, because working people do hold a lot of power, more than they realize usually. We have the power to say no when we will not work if we're not going to get a fair wage. No, we will not let you cut the spending of education for our children, and we will refuse to suffer for this crisis that we did not create. And the fight has stirred in the U.S. In California and Chicago, there's been folks that have organized themselves and have had mass demonstrations of teachers, parents, and young people. And also, and what I think Adam will be getting into, is that we need to learn from other people internationally, because this crisis is hitting us in the U.S., but also internationally. And there are serious lessons that